Hello students, today I am going to discuss about pseudo first order reactions. Okay, pseudo first order reactions. Pseudo first order reactions. Okay, first of all we can consider a general reaction. The reactant A combines with the reactant B forms a certain product. Here the expected rate law is, we know, yes, rate is equal to K into molar concentration of A into molar concentration of B. This is the expected rate law because here two reactants are involved, the reactant A and the reactant B. But if the reactant B act as solvent and suppose during the reaction there is very little change in the concentration of solvent B because here solvent B is present in large excess. Since solvent B is present in large excess, there is very little change in the concentration of B during the reaction. That means the concentration of B, the solvent B, one of the reactant solvent B, almost remains constant. That means here the concentration of A only changes during the reaction. The concentration of B, the solvent B, is almost constant. Then the actual rate law is rate is equal to K into molar concentration of the reactant A. Okay. This is the expected rate law, this is the actual rate law. On the basis of the expected rate law, the expected order of the reaction is 2. The power of the concentration of reactant A is 1, the power of the concentration of reactant B is 1, 1 plus 1, 2. But hence 1 plus 1, 2. But actual order of the reaction is 1. That means what is meant by pseudo first order reactions? Pseudo first order reactions are those reactions which appears to be higher order, but actually it follows first order kinetics. Okay. Suppose I have 1 crore rupees in my hand. Suppose I may give 10 rupees to you. Then, anyway, I can say that the total amount of money in my hand almost remains unchanged. It is almost remains constant because that change in the amount in my hand anyway does not affect my financial conditions. In the same way, here large amount of one of the reactant is present. Here B is present, solvent is present, hence during the reaction the concentration of the one of the reactant, that is B, here B is almost remains unchanged. It is almost constant. Hence, rate does not depend on the concentration of B. Rate always only depends on the concentration of A. These types of reactions are called pseudo first order reactions. Okay. Now I am going to give you two very important examples for pseudo first order reaction. The first standard example is acid hydrolysis. Acid hydrolysis of ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate. First example. Okay, example number 1. CH3 COO C2H5 ethyl acetate undergo hydrolysis in the presence of large excess of water. The reaction takes place in the presence of acid H plus forms CH3COOH plus C2H5OH forms acetic acid and ethanol. And the second example is inversion of cane sugar. The second example is inversion of cane sugar. Okay, that means cane sugar C12H22O11, the presence of water, large excess of water, forms glucose and fructose. Yes, in both cases we can say that molecularity is 2. Molecularity of the reaction is 2 because 2 reactant species are involved in both cases. 2 reacting species are involved in both cases, but order of the reaction is 1 because concentration of ethyl acetate only changes during the first reaction and concentration of cane sugar only changes during the second reaction. Since large excess of water is present, its concentration almost remains unchanged. Hence, rate of these reactions do not depend upon the concentration of water. Then the rate law is rate is equal to K into molar concentration of ethyl acetate. Here molar concentration of H2O. H2O is constant. Here order of the reaction is 1. And in second case, rate is equal to K into molar concentration of cane sugar. Okay, from these two examples, again, we can define the pseudo first order reactions. Pseudo first order reactions are those reactions which appears to be second order, but actually it follows first order kinetics. Main reason is that if one of the reactant, in the general case the reactant B, by considering the examples, the concentration of water, here concentration of the reactant B is present in large excess, hence the concentration of that reactant water almost remains unchanged, hence rate of the reaction does not depend upon the concentration of water. Okay, hence the order of this reaction is 1. These types of reactions are called pseudo first order reactions. Okay, thank you.